Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. Today I am kicking off my project Use It Up for 2022. I have all the items that I'm planning on starting with. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and start with items that I have duplicates of in specific categories since I'm a person who loves variety. So the first two I have are the two lotion products that I would like to use up. I am pulling out my Trader Joe's coconut body butter. Initially, I thought this would be a surprising one for me to want to use this time of year because I would consider coconut traditionally more of like a spring, summer type of scent, but for some reason this has like a it reads like soft vanilla coconut scent. It's really pleasant. I don't read like tropical vibes when I am smelling it. I just am really much enjoying it. I discovered this when I did the Trader Joe's Advent Calendar in 2020. I felt like the Advent Calendar was a good way to like expose me to a lot of Trader Joe's products that I typically skip over. And this was a real highlight. So happy to be working on this. And then I also have a Bath & Body Works body cream, which is in the scent 1,000 Wishes. I have depotted it and put it into this reusable tub that I've used for a whole multitude of different things. I just find with their body creams that they tend to get fussy with squeezing out of the tube. The air pocket is not the greatest at moving product out, so I just prefer to put it into a tub like this. This is all I have left of that 1,000 Wishes. I'm sure that one of these will get finished off, probably this one, because it's a much thinner texture than the coconut one from Trader Joe's. And I feel like I can go through this pretty quickly. It's also like not the same amount of product that I have left, but looking forward to switching on and off with those for my body lotions to kick off the year. I've also got two hair items that I'm bringing in. The first is my hair oil that I was using in 2021 as a hair mask. It's the L'Oreal Elvive Extraordinary Oil, Camellia and Sunflower Oils. It's supposed to be for deep nourishment, silky softness, and luxurious shine. It has versatile use. This is where I am starting. I don't have a ton of this left, but I am only using it on a once a week basis. I'm just trying to plow through a hair oil because I have other hair items that are like serums that operate the same way as a hair oil that I just need to be able to have one serum that I can use as like a hair oil and then this hair oil to be like a hair mask. That way I can kind of work through that hair category of my hoarding closet. It's a category that has just sort of been incredibly slow moving, and I would love to be able to make some good progress on it by finishing up that hair oil first. Then I have my current heat protectant spray, which I'm reusing for an alternative purpose. It's the Snow Miser Leave-In Conditioner from Fortune Cookie Soap. This is something that I recently acquired in the, I think it was the 6th Christmas Day Advent Calendar that they put out. That was the year that it's Santa Claus themed. Love that. I recently, I think it was like in the fall, I started using leave-in conditioners as heat protectant sprays. I feel like they are doing a sufficient job. My hair is not any more dried or fried than when I was using a true heat protectant spray. So looking forward to working through this. And then I do have an actual heat protectant that I will pull in if I'm still straightening my hair at that point. I imagine I will, because this is only 4.7 ounces. And I straighten my hair basically every day at this point in the year. Because I am taking a lot of baths right now, I have two bath products that I am bringing in. One of them also comes from my Fortune Cookie Soap box that I got for the Advent Calendar. It's Jingle and Jangle. It's a soaking smoothie. Basically, what that means is it is just like a non-bubbly bath soak. They say that you can use about 1/4 to 1/2 cup under running water for a light foaming action. I've used it one time. I don't feel like it is my favorite, but I will get it used up. I was a little bit nervous because it is red based, and I one time had a red bath bomb Fortune Cookie Soap that stained both me and my bathtub, and it was not pleasant, but fortunately this did not do that. So this is where I am starting out. You can see here, I don't remember how full it was, but this is what one bath's worth of usage took. So I imagine maybe like 2 more baths and this will be finished off. Not something that I'd repurchase, but when I was hunting around earlier this year for a Christmas gift for my sister who wanted bubble bath, I came across this on Amazon. It's the Deep Steep Premium Beauty Fig Apricot Bubble Bath. The scent is what pulled me in for this. I haven't like purchased a bubble bath product in a really long time, but the notes of this, I really love fig. I went through a really severe brown sugar and fig obsession from Bath & Body Works. It was kind of like snowflakes and cashmere. I would get that every year and use at least one like product from that line. They have since discontinued it. I think it might be online, but it's not in stores anymore. I have like binged it so long that I have like a weird reaction to it now, but I feel like if I once got it in my life again, I would love the scent. But this is a really pleasant fruit, like you have a nice balance of apricot and fig in there. So I'm really curious. I haven't used this yet, but I figured I'd bring it in just because this will go really fast. And this is the next thing in the lineup. So curious to see how I get on with this, how bubble bathy it actually is. And for the last doubles that I have in categories, I am bringing in 2 shower gels that I can switch on and off between. I basically have chosen a rose scent from like the rose collection of my shower gels, and then something that I think is more like wintry based. So my rose one that I have is my Aromatherapy Love Rose and Vanilla scent. This is one of the older body washes that I have in my collection. It's from 2018, so I figured it was a good time to use it up. I'm pretty far into it. I'm at this starting mark. I'm just down here. I will probably use this one up first, I imagine, just because I'm favoring it a little bit more because it's been a minute since I've had a true like rose scent in my life. But I will tell you guys, you're probably going to see a lot of like back-to-back rose-esque scents because I do have a lot in my collection that need working through. The second one that I'm bringing in is also a recent addition. It's the Gingham Heart of Gold. This I picked up during Body Care Day. I don't remember there being a whole lot of hoopla about this launching, but I really liked the scent of this. I didn't really care much for the gingham scent. I don't really know what makes this one super different, but it says it has golden apple, creamy vanilla bean, and warm sandalwood. It's just really yummy. And I am using a pump on it that I recently purchased from Bath & Body Works. I have a whole PSA about their pumps because they brought them back like sneakily, and I highly recommend you get them. So this is my starting point. I've barely dipped into this. Like I said, I feel like I've been favoring this one a little bit more. Plus usage for this looks much more substantial because this has 10 fluid ounces, as does this one, but the packaging is much more slender and taller. So it looks like it moves quicker than these a bit like less thin and squatter types of packaging does. So working on these, and we'll just see how I get on with them. A couple of other products that I have. I'm bringing in a serum. This is from The Ordinary. It's the niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1% high strength vitamin and mineral blemish formula. I feel like in 2020, I want to say, niacinamide was having a huge skincare moment. I felt like I was hearing all about it as this magical product. I was seeing it more and more as being advertised centrally on packaging that had niacinamide. So I bought into the hype and purchased this exact serum. I don't know what it is. I don't think niacinamide is magical, at least not for my skin. I always understood it to be something that would help with redness and with like acne. I don't feel like using niacinamide, or at least this niacinamide, has helped reduce the natural like redness on my skin. I don't have rosacea, but I just tend to be somebody who can have like reddish complexion underneath my foundation. So I'm just trying to put this in here to keep myself focused on it because I was trying to use it earlier and then I fell off the wagon with it and I've since brought it back. This is what I have left. I also find, while we're here just being petty, I don't love the dropper in this. I don't feel like it is the greatest quality. So it's just being used once a day. I'm using it as my nighttime serum. We'll see how long it takes to use up. I'm hoping it goes in the next like month or 6 weeks because I just don't feel like it's that amazing and I'd rather use other things that I have in my collection. Want to bring in a scrub as always. This is one from Tree Hut. It's the Exotic Bloom. This I randomly found at a grocery store over the summer. Ben and I rent a camp in Maine on a lake, And there's a grocery store like right by that we stop at to pick up groceries so that we can not have to lug groceries from Massachusetts all the way up to this camp. And as we were walking by, I saw this and I was like, oh, I wonder what this smells like. I've never seen it like online. I don't follow Tree Hut that closely because I hadn't really committed to my obsession. And this scent, oh my God, it is so good. It's basically like, I imagine a vanilla floral. I really like it. It has like a musk to it. It's just so yummy. I wouldn't consider it seasonally appropriate, but looking at my scrubs, I don't really have like true winter scents. I kind of have what I consider seasonally neutral. Like, I don't think this reads summer or spring. It just reads as like a delicious scent that I could use any point in the year. So I've chosen this time. I'm looking forward to this. It's the only scrub I have going right now, which it's been a minute since I've had just one scrub. There are 18 ounces in here, so I feel like it's probably 5 uses for me. So it'll be probably 5 weeks before I get this finished off, but not a huge deal. I don't have a ton of scrubs in my collection. Last area I'm going to bring in will be masks. I have one potted mask. This is remaining from 2021. It's my Kiehl's Rare Earth Deep Pore Cleansing Mask. Normally, I probably would fly through this, but I am finding with my skin right now that I am definitely erring much more on the drier side than I ever have. Normally, when I hit late January and through February, and maybe even a couple of weeks into March, my skin hits its driest and then it goes back to being more like neutral, occasionally a little bit oily prone, but not this year. I would describe my skin as being dry since like probably October. So I am only really using this when I notice that like I'm having a little bit of a breakout. Fortunately, my breakouts have been far and few between. So it's moving slowly, but I still want to have it in here because it's really the only go-to mask I have when I'm feeling that type of treatment need. I don't have a ton left in here. I would say like maybe 3-4 uses, I think, and it'll be gone. The interesting thing about this mask is they tell you to apply a pretty thin layer and to leave it on for no more than 10 minutes, or if the mask dries down, whichever comes first. So it really can like suck a lot out. So I think why they're telling you to be really careful with it. So that's why I'm not using it as often as I could be, but looking forward to hopefully finishing this off in the next couple of months. I also have some foot masks that I'm bringing in, some new ones. So I have the Earth Therapeutics Soft Cool Intensive Foot Mask with Sock Type Delivery System. This is one of the ones that I had remaining, I'm pretty sure from 2021 finale, but I have since purchased a couple of other ones because I still can't seem to get my hands on the ones from Sephora. So I found 2 at Dollar Tree, very questionable, but I have the Be Pure Foot Masks Lavender Scent. I don't love lavender as a scent, but I'm willing to like try it out. I bought 2 just because I was really curious about it and very excited. I've never seen masks for this cheap, and if they are as good as the Sephora ones, I'll probably keep going with these for the rest of the season. Before I found these though, I was on Ulta's website and I was looking to place an order to be able to get free shipping. Like I had a little bit left to get free shipping. So I came across these Aveeno Repairing Cica foot masks. I feel like I've used these before and felt like they weren't cheap enough and better than the Sephora ones, that I wanted to purchase these instead. But I figured it helped me get free shipping. I think that was like buy one, get one half off. So that's why I ended up with 2 of them. So definitely want to use these and stop having dry feet. Also have some hand masks, most of which are ones you've already seen from 2021. The 2 I have from Sephora are a mango mask and a rose hand mask. Then I have one from Olay. This is just the Olay moisturizing hand mask. And while I was at the Dollar Tree, I also came across hand masks in a rose scent. So I figured I would try 2 of these as well. Hand masks are a little bit more challenging for me to use because I find that I have a hard time just sitting for 20 minutes without being able to use my hands. I just tend to always want to do something, and at least with foot masks, I can just literally sit there and do other things and it's not a big deal. So need to also prioritize these because your girl's got dry hands, and even with copious amounts of hand cream, it's not rectifying the problem. So I do think coupling these up a couple of weeks with my hand cream usage will help rectify the like actual cracked hands that I'm currently experiencing. So hopefully we'll see some good progress in the next month. Final sheet masks you're seeing here are the ones that I just have in my collection that I would like to use, most of which come from Face Story. The only ones that I have that aren't from Face Story are these under eye patches. So I find it very interesting. When I came across these, I was hit with a thought. I surprisingly, even though I have really dry under eyes, don't gravitate towards under eye patches in particular as a way to help provide extra moisture or nourishment to my under eye area. I tend to just feel like I'd rather nourish my whole face and not just one area. But I was given as one of my baby shower gifts kind of like a whole pocket of items specific to like self-care for me, which was very sweet and thoughtful. So I have 4 of these Cala Revitalizing Under Eye Patches. They have collagen and hyaluronic acid. I want to give these a try and really pay attention to whether or not I feel like they do make a difference, because if that's true, I feel like in the winter I'm gonna be more prone to buying under eye patches, because that's the time of year where I've noticed the most problems with my under eye dryness. Like I noticed that makeup can get a bit more finicky under there, that my eyes just in general like really struggle to remain like moist. It's just a whole saga that I'm dealing with. So I'm curious to know if these actually do make a difference, because I'm sure these weren't too expensive. I think this is like a TJ Maxx-esque brand that you can find. So I would pursue it in the future. So exploratory phase with these. The other ones that I have are all ones from Face Story that I would just like to use from my subscription. So I have the vegan Tart Cherry Cica Calming Mask, my #pore vegan green mild tea tree pore mask from Moldream, the Dito Skin Pure Tea Time Mask for firming, wrinkle care, and nourishing. I've got this little like hollow one. It's the No HJ Modeling Mask Serum with chrysanthemum. Probably saying that word wrong. I've got the Heart Signal Mask, which has got soothing nutrition, and it says it's ready for love. Yeah, I am definitely ready for love. I have another from No HJ. It's the Calming Intracell Sleeping Mask. I'm getting a little bit of like a holographic nature to it. From Bling Pop, the one that I had a fingernail mask for. This is their face mask, nourishing and brightening with avocado. One from the actual Face Story line, which is the Whoa That H2O 2-step hydrating mask. And lastly, I have the Affirming Superfood Salad for Skin Facial Sheet Mask in Olive, which looks like this. So a lot of masks in there, definitely not gonna wipe through them in a single month, but I just wanna be able to put every mask that I own right now into this challenge to help keep me focused and working through them. I had fallen a little bit off my mask usage in the last couple of weeks because I have gotten into this bad pattern of falling asleep on the couch at like 6 o'clock at night. I am currently sitting in front of you 37 weeks pregnant, and I feel like I'm hitting like another patch of getting tired pretty easily at night. Like I just put forth a lot of energy during the day, and then when I finally sit down at night after I eat dinner, I just sort of pass out. And by the time Ben wakes me up, it's like 9 o'clock where I need to actually like move myself upstairs to go back to sleep in bed. And I'm certainly not gonna stop and do a 20-minute sheet mask at that point in time. I typically just like wash my face and like do that skincare routine if I haven't already showered, and then go to bed for the evening. So I'd like to be able to motivate myself to try to, after dinner or after I shower, do one of these masks. That way I can get back on track with my usage. So there you have it. Those are the opening items that I have for this year's Project 2022. I'm looking forward to working through all of these items and adding new ones month to month. I very much appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you're looking forward to seeing what the first month brings for usage. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you in my next video real soon. Bye.